Hey, welcome back to the HBCU podcast. You know the vibes. I'm here with my co-host.
Bobby K, good rising, good people. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. And I'm Hashim, as you all know. Today we got a pretty interesting topic, but first we're gonna start off with the HBCU fact of the day. Bobby, you will take it away.
Yes, the HBCU fun fact for today's edition is on FAMU, also known as Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. They're located in Tallahassee, Florida. Fun fact, the first president, Thomas LaSalle Tucker, from like 1887 to 1901, he was actually the son of a tribal chief in Africa, specifically in Sierra Leone. So, you know,
That's
royalty as
yeah.
the first president, royalty as your first president for your university is definitely something to brag about. So, shout out to them.
Facts. That's like Kendrick Lamar's DNA. I got royalty.
Loyalty inside my DNA. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Gold.
But go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was just saying like just gold in our blood, in our bloodstream and our bloodline, So can't never take that away from us.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Preach. All right, but without further ado, let's get into the topic of the day.
Yes.
Which is the differences between dorming on college campuses and commuting.
Yes.
Do you want to go first on this topic?
Yeah, so the thing is, Hashim, because he went to school upstate, he was mainly dorming compared to where I experienced both. So first and foremost, I would just say like dorming is like it's just a cultural like shock within yourself in terms of like when you initially go on campus, you're 17, 18 years of age. I was 17, and you're getting used to this completely new environment where you have these big buildings and you kind of feel secluded now in this new atmosphere with a bunch of people who are your age who are complete strangers, like unless you go to school with people that you know. Mm-hmm. So initially it's like, okay, you're trying to figure out different routes of how to get to the buildings, how to get to your classes for the first week. And, you're trying to get comfortable within your own dorm room. Moving day is always very interesting. Yeah, it's exciting, but it's also like annoying because like, I don't know about you, but like for my bed, I had like the cups. My parents had bought me the cups to put underneath.
To make it higher?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So that added kind of some more height. Huh?
I said, you bougie.
How? What you mean? That's not bougie. That's just you want to, sleep more elevated,
Yeah. AKA bougie. But yeah, keep on. You got cups on your bed to make it go higher. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, you have the cups on your head to make the bed go higher. You have the dresser. A lot of students when they first start dorming, they have a dresser for like either clothes or snacks. You have the mini refrigerator. You really try to set it up to where it's like a home-like environment, but it's your own like environment that you are making for your new older adult quote unquote self. So it's definitely, you're not always sure what to do or how to like, okay, like how am I gonna like maneuver this room? And also you have to be comfortable with your roommate too, which is a whole different can of worms. You know what I mean? So how was it like for you just initially dorming and like getting used to it? Because you was going to a whole different area. So
it's like I went to Buffalo, so it's like a 6.5, 7 hour car ride, seeing a lot of farms as we get closer to campus. And I remember freshman year, um, like packing, and I think I was like the second one there. So I met one of the roommates. I was like, he's okay. He's not weird. But as the
Mm-hmm.
semester goes on, I had for that first year, I had a quad. So there's three other people in the room and then me.
Mm-hmm. I
Never
had a
doing that
triple.
again. Huh? You had a triple?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if I could redo college and I had money, I'm getting a single and a single only because they're
Who's
two.
on the quad?
Uh, it's first of all, you really don't have privacy
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
it's not a big room and it's four beds, and then the
Mm-hmm.
closet's all in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do nothing without be like, yo. But this is what comes up with like roommates. Like if you have to do something or you have somebody over, you'd be like, yeah, I have somebody over. Can you give us a privacy or blah blah blah, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's happening. But if you have bad roommates, like I did, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
All of them weren't bad. Half of them were good, or two were good, and one just didn't take a shower for the entire semester. And pretty much every
What? Whoa, 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 whoa,
beef
whoa,
with them,
whoa,
we
whoa,
just
whoa, whoa,
slide
whoa,
over
whoa,
that.
whoa. No, the hell we not. You say what now? He didn't what? He didn't
He didn't
shower.
shower, bro. He didn't shower,
So you just had a musty ass roommate for the
bro. When
first
I
like
tell you, and
year?
I have witnesses because there's people that
Oh nah.
were in a hall. So I would try to leave the door open for like start conversation. Like people would just come in your room like, hey, what's going on? Who are you? Blah blah blah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would do that. No, this man stunk. I'm not gassing this up. This man stunk up the whole hallway. Like you could go down the end of the hallway and smell. And I could hear people be like, yo, what's that smell? Who's room
Oh
that?
no. Oh no.
So
That's not it.
most of the time I was in like Sebastian was in the room next to us and I
Okay.
was in his room.
Sebastian, for those of you who don't know, is high school from back then.
Yeah. So I was in his room most of the time because it's better, bro, because it's
Mm-hmm.
stunk, bro. This time um there's a fan. I had a big box fan, especially for the summer, because they don't have AC because Buffalo, so they only got heat. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I would put dry shoes behind the fan, direct it in front of him, and just blow it so I just wouldn't smell anything. And I talked to the man because I'm not afraid of confrontation, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, you're stinking up the room, bro. There's people talking in the hallway. I know you're here. Please take a shower." I talked to the RA to talk to him.
And how did
Yeah,
that go?
he took a shower, but he probably took a shower without soap because he didn't smell any different. He just sound that he was just wet. Pause.
So he was aware that he had strong
He
body
had to.
odor,
He
but
had to.
did not
He had
really.
to.
He didn't address it at all. Like, was it
He had
a
to, bro.
cultural thing? Like he didn't want to
No,
take showers, or
no,
what was?
no. He was just
So he
nasty,
just didn't give a fuck.
pretty much. I think he joined. He
Wow.
joined. He joined a frat, and then it just went downhill from that. I don't know if it was a
Wait,
challenge.
he smelled like that, and he was in a fraternity.
Yes,
Bro,
yes,
listen. If you are part of a fraternity
yes.
or sorority, understand something. You are a representation of the organization that you're a part of. So if you smell like boiled deviled eggs and stinking up the hallways of a dorm room, understand you are not just representing your smelly ass. You are representing the organization that you are part of. So just putting that out there. But yeah, that's a tough one though.
Yeah.
Actually, my freshman year, like I said, I was in the triple, and both of my roommates were like significantly older than me. So like I started off the first couple weeks of the semester, I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate, shout out to Daryl, he was like 24 at the time, 23, 24. He's a transfer. And then the other roommate that came after later on, he was like 21. So like both having two roommates who were older. I mean the 21-year-old Jamal, shout out to you. He wasn't really there like that often. or whatever, because I think he had a girlfriend that was on campus or whatever. But just having two roommates, especially like the older roommate there to have conversations with and, you know, get knowledge about certain things, because he was a very intelligent, you know, brother and whatever. That kind of like, you know, eased me into like, you know, feeling more comfortable and appreciating like, oh, this is really a new experience. And the hall in general that I was in, it was full of like transfers, freshmen, and foreign students. You know what I mean? So it was all walks of life. So that I was already accustomed to that as a kid because I've always been around different walks of life. But like it being in a part of that hall for that first freshman year, it was like that was a good dope experience for sure.
Okay, I got a question because I know I experienced this on my campus that I dormed in. So you know how like you're dorming, so you had like the same path to go to your classes. You might have a route, like I'm gonna get lunch this day at this place and to class because right there. Now, when I was doing that, I always see the same exact people because they probably follow the same route.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's the only people that I saw. Like it's the same people that I see every single day in the same spots.
Well, your campus was a lot bigger than mine, so for sure. I mean, for me, I definitely saw like similar people, like in between classes and on my way to morning class or afternoon class. Like you said, like, you know, creatures of habit. So especially, you know, a lot of people on campus are new. So like we have 5 halls within our campus, and hall 1 and hall 2 my freshman year were like the freshman halls, quote unquote. So anytime like the hall 2 that I was in, like it was on an angle. So when you leave out the front of it and you're walking, you know, past the courtyard on the way to the buildings for where you have classes, you're going right past the first hall. So you're going to see people within that hall. You're going to see the same type of people hanging around smoking on a hush because, you know, dry campus. You're going to see people smoking. Listen, I'm not snitching because I graduated years ago, so it don't matter. But you walk past, you see different people, you know what I'm saying? You see the same type of girl groups, you know, you see the same type of clique people. Yeah, you know how it is, you know what I'm saying? Like the clique shit doesn't stop just because you're in college now, you know, so.
I mean, you a big man on campus, that's what I've heard.
So. Not at all. Not at all.
Not what I've heard.
From you didn't even how what you heard?
Darnell went to your college.
Oh,
every girl knows Bobby, bro.
We go.
Don't even have to say his last name.
Listen. First of all, Darnell, for those again who don't know, he went to high school with us. But understand, he was in Hall 5. If you went to SUNY Old Westbury, Hall 5 was the quiet hall. Motherfuckers didn't do nothing in that hall.
And yet he still knew about you, right?
Because he was doing his own promiscuous things in that hall on the hush hush. Okay, that's what that hall was. If you didn't want to get caught up, if you was cuffed up, or if you was trying to hoe around and you lived in that hall, nobody would bother you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the quiet hall. It's the discreet hall. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't popping like the other halls. So, you know.
Yeah, that's the halls that you be in. Any hall you in?
Not at all. Not at all. I was wholesome.
All right, for your for your dorm, did you like decorate?
I didn't decorate it as much as other people did. Like
especially girls, they go ham on their dorm. I'm like, I that type of energy because I ain't living here permanently. We're gonna move rooms within a year, and I have to.
So you didn't decorate your dorm?
I put the bare minimum. I might have put a poster, a motivational like thing. I still have it. I don't know where it is, and my school stuff. That's it.
Right. I feel you. I mean, even my desk, like I didn't have a lot on it. I had like a button for like when my grandmother passed, and then like some other school supplies and things like that. And then I have a TV on top, you know, just to watch or whatever. But I didn't decorate the room like you said. Like even dudes in like the floor, because like it would be like the second and third floor would be the girls and the first floor would be the guys.
Yes.
And you would go into the rooms and you see people have posters, people have like all types of decorations. Like I'm not going to be here that long. So
that's too much work. It's not like I'm not even in my room most of the time.
Exactly. That's another thing about dorming. That's another thing about dorming we could talk about too. Is like you spend all this money on room and board, but then between classes, being in the library, going to programs in the lobby, you know what I'm saying, going to being part of clubs, which we both were a part of, it's like you're not really entrenched in your room as much as you would think outside of just sleeping or like doing homework. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy how expensive room and board is, considering the fact that like 80% of the time you're not even really in your room. You're in someone else's room or you're somewhere else on campus or off campus even.
Off campus. Oh.
I mean like because there could be a mall or stuff on off campus. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
It's okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
Because
you're the one who went to the mixed school.
But this is the thing about college, right? You can know people, but not know people.
What the hell does that mean?
You can know people, but not know people. Like I could play ball with you, and know you. Like I know you.
I know
you. I dap you up. I seen you at parties. We get lit. Mm-hmm. I don't know your name. No, I don't know your name. I can know you for the whole 4 years.
Facts.
Like you talking about dude over there? Yeah, that's my boy.
Facts.
I don't know your name.
You know how many people, bro? You know how many people on campus I would see on a regular basis, just walking by, playing ball, at a program, whatever the case may be, and you see these people on a regular basis for years because they came in the same time as you, never knew they'd fucking name. Yeah, and especially, and sometimes they know your name, but you just never knew.
That makes it worse,
bro. What?
Because I'd be like, yo, how you know my name, bro? Because I don't know yours.
You say that?
I don't know. I don't say that. In my head, I'm like, yo, how you know my name? And then I put bare minimum effort just to like listen if somebody says their name. But I would never say, yo, what's your name? It's like, damn, bro.
You're disrespectful, that's why.
I'm not disrespectful. I respect that you know me.
Makes me feel like I respect the fact that you know me enough to where I don't need to know your name because you're that insignificant to me.
Basically, it's a celebrity, bro. It is what it is. I got
this
fans.
Guy is a savage at his finest or at his worst.
But it goes both sides. People, you can know somebody's name and they not know you.
That's true too. That's true. So okay, so in terms of dorm life, right? So when it comes to like your social skills, especially when it comes to girls or, you know, just people in general, how do you think it evolved as you dormed?
What do you mean?
Like for like, you know, you come out of high school, you have already an idea of like how you talk to girls, how you approach girls, things of that nature. But now you're in an open field to where it's new girls from different spots, different boroughs, whatever the case may be. So how did you change your approach, or how did it evolve to where, okay, there's a certain way I have to try to like talk to these women now compared to when I was younger? You know what I'm
saying? No. Well, I was super shy regardless. So yes, come on, man. Anyway, so
I'm really getting sick of you saying that you're shy and that you're introverted. We literally did a whole episode.
I gotta go into sophomore year, junior year.
We can't talk at the same time.
I know you're talking over me, but this is what I was gonna say. So you know how in high school you had girls that you would say were bad, right? Like you see them in the hallways, like, yeah, that's one of the like cutest girls in the school, whatever, right? and you think that's like your standard. But once you go to a college campus and there's a wider variety, those girls that you thought were, this could go for guys too. I mean,
of course,
this is good for girls too, for guys. That pool opens up, so you have more variety. And where you thought this guy or girl were hot back then, they're not. They don't live up to that standard after you've seen more people in college.
Facts. Right? Exactly.
And that goes, and then as you broaden, like say you go to different countries, that just broadens it out more, and just, you know, your standards evolve. But back to your question, I just wanted to get that out before I forgot.
Wait, why did you say different countries? We're talking about on campus.
Study abroad.
Oh, okay. You did study abroad program?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
But I know people that have. Okay. So back to your question. What was it again? Sorry. Oh, I was shy. I was shy in high school, right? Okay, you're not disagreeing. Oh, there you go. I was really
He's lying, but go ahead.
I was really focused on schoolwork. So I say like sophomore, junior year. I don't think it changed. I take the approach of like just being friendly. Okay. And then whatever happens. You know. Yeah. That's just, I just look good, bro. I look good. I'm funny. So whatever happens.
I respect the confidence.
It's facts.
It's not facts. It's subjective. It's subjective, but you know, I respect the confidence.
It's universal facts. But yeah. Okay. What about you? Because I know you big man on campus.
I was not big man on campus. We're not pushing this narrative. Let's not do that, please.
Yeah, sure. But what about you? Tell me your perspective from as a normal person on campus.
I wouldn't say I was a normal person on campus. Like I knew a lot of people on campus, yes, but I mean that's just, you know, when you're outgoing, you are part of clubs or whatever the case may be, you just happen to meet people, especially if, you know, you play ball or, you know, pick up and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so like, you know, when you wait, what?
I said that sounds like big man on campus to me, but go ahead. Anyway, when you go,
I wasn't on the sports team though, so I wasn't a big man on campus. But anyway, yes, you keep interrupting me. Nah, so when you dorm, now you have like you said, you have a wide variety now of more women available to you, or if you're a woman, you have a wide variety of men available to you. So, and also you're older now too, so everyone is looking more at their closest to their best. You know what I'm saying? They're not completely.
They're out of puberty and stuff like that.
Exactly, right. So I mean, now like
best after college, but
of course, but I'm saying though, compared to like high school, this is like a evolution type of thing. So in high school, you go through the puberty stage, you got, you know, acne, and you trying to just grow some facial hair if you're a guy, and you know your body, you're still trying to transform yourself. In college, you're starting to grow into that, so things are starting to mature, starting to show out more. So with that being the case, it's like you feel like, oh, it's easy pickings type of thing, but it's like a lot of guys, when they become on campus and they start dorming, they become very like thirsty because there's so many women, especially if you're on a campus where it's a lot of fine women on there. Guys are just like, anytime there's a social function or it's Thirsty Thursday or something, they just ready to get the licks ready and smoke and, you know, whatever the case may be, just to like try to attract themselves to wherever the women are. You know what I mean? So
I was wholesome. I don't know what are you talking about? But go ahead. Keep going.
Bro, you know the dudes that just be overly aggressive just because, you know, they want what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unfortunately how college environments are, where it becomes very like,
no, that's because
I don't want to say predatory, but it becomes it's a hyper aggressiveness because like people aren't like accustomed to having this much accessibility to this many like people at a time.
Because you're all on campus.
Exactly. And you're in a hall. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing these people on a regular basis.
And new people keep coming in each year.
Exactly. So I had to learn to be more kind of like reserved or be more calm with my approach, not just through freshman year, but just throughout college, because you could be thinking that there is a certain energy or vibe there that the person's interested in you, but you're miscalculating the signals, and now you have put yourself in a situation, or you've like made someone feel uncomfortable by accident. You know what I'm saying? Incidentally. So I had that happen actually sophomore year, which is like a whole story. But yeah, like it's just like it's really about you trying to figure out how to approach people in a comfortable way, but also to show them that you're interested. So I think college really helps you with your social skills. It forces you to work on your social skills.
For sure. Especially like you're going to be in settings where you're going to talk to people.
Of course.
I can't imagine you dorming and not talking. Well, you could be antisocial. I had an antisocial roommate. But
yeah, of course.
You could be in settings where you, especially if you dorm with other people, you're gonna talk to them. You could make best friends from roommates. I have really good friends that I roomed with, dormed with.
Not the stink one, though.
Huh?
Not the stink one.
No. Sophomore year, junior year for sure, and senior year I got a house with a few of my friends. But sophomore year, junior year, definitely great experiences. Love the people that I dormed with. Dope. But yeah, you will go socialize with people.
Yes.
I don't see how you go avoid it.
Yeah.
If you're nervous, you're gonna get over it. If you're dorming, I would say. And if you join a club, more.
Yep.
And for the commuting side, like I commuted for a semester when I went to the second college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro. I highly discourage commuting for anybody.
Don't do that. Just say you had a bad commuting experience. Don't say you highly discourage it.
I'll have like 8 a.m. class, right? So I have to wake up at like 6:30. And my commuting, I didn't drive, right? So most of the time I didn't drive. So I would wake up 6:30, get dropped off the train, take the train to another train stop around 7, then take the shuttle bus to get on campus. And then I'll get there like 10 minutes before class starts, right? But say the train, and then on the way back, I got to do the same thing and take a bus. But say the bus, bus is always garbage.
Facts.
And either they come early and you missed it, or they come dumb late and then you miss your train, and then you have to wait for the next train, and then bro, garbage, doo-doo,
trash.
I don't recommend, especially that you're gonna miss out on a lot of the college. If you really care about college experiences, you're not getting the full college experience by commuting. And I know with all COVID right now, it's slow for you guys.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, you miss out on like club activities that happen later on in the day because you have to get home. There's a lot of late night stuff that just happens at night spontaneously. You just miss out on a lot of stuff. That's in my opinion.
Before I talk about my commuting experience, let me ask you, so you dorm predominantly for your entire college experience outside of that one semester that you're speaking of. So how much different do you think your college experience would have been if you had commute? Well, obviously, like you was upstate, but just hypothetically, if you were at a school where you were commuting back and forth for just basically the entirety of your experience in college, how do you think it would have like affected you or affected your grades or affected you like, socially, whatever? Or your individual growth?
I don't think I would have grown socially. I wouldn't have joined any clubs because I can't put in the time for it. I probably wouldn't have met half the people that I met. And grade wise, I'm trying to think of that semester how my grade was. That was the first semester there. I don't think I'll do as good because in the school environment you're surrounded by other kids that are also studying, right? You have a 24/7 library, and at home
24/7.
Yeah, in Buffalo there's 24/7 library, bro.
Oh, it definitely wasn't at an Old Westbury.
Luxury as some colleges that have 24/7 library, or do you have a library in general? But at home you have distractions. No matter what, you're gonna have a distraction. Your bed is right there. You food, TV. You get home, you just don't feel like doing nothing no more. It's nobody motivating you. You're not surrounded by other people that are also struggling and studying and working on the same projects that you got. It's a different experience. 6 minutes left.
Okay. I'll just say real quick, for me, I think commuting was cool. I definitely enjoyed dorming more. I dormed for the first 2 years, and then last 2 years of my college experience, I was commuting. And, you know, like you, I had the first, like my junior year, before I got a car, I was like taking a train, and then the train station I had stopped at, I would take the shuttle all the way to the campus, and then, you know what I'm saying? So when you get into that routine, you kind of want to be on campus as long as possible. So you feel like wasn't just a waste of time. Like you didn't just go for like 2 classes and have to head back home. So it's definitely, I would say, a rougher experience in terms of just traveling back and forth. But also it's just like, you know, I wouldn't say it was a bad experience either. You know, like it was just different from dorming. I got tired of dorming. It wasn't as fun. So commuting, you naturally become more detached from the school, and you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your grades more. You're focusing on just like your overall growth into adulthood. So it's just a natural divide between the two. But, you know, it just depends on how your school functions and how much you want to be involved with the school determines if commuting is bad or
not. I think that's true. Depends on the size of your school and if your school is a really active school in that sense. But I will be getting into the HBCU. I'm going to say tweet, of the day. So today's confession from their Twitter. Today's confession was, quote, my girl asked me about not sharing our locations anymore. What exactly does that mean? So locations, iPhone, you can share locations with each other. You know where each other is 24/7. I'm going to go first because I share my location with nobody.
With nobody.
Nobody, bro. No, if you ask, like if it's a situation where like I'm going somewhere and I never have sent my location unless like you try and meet up with me. But like to have my location 24/7, nah, I feel like that's unnecessary. You can just ask, like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm home.
Wait, it says the confession says 24/7 or just in general?
No, but when you share your location, it's 24/7. Like,
oh, right, okay, yeah, it's all day. It's all day. Yeah. Right.
So I'm not with it, but the way if you've been sharing it and then she asks not to share it, either like you were like keeping serious tabs on her, like, and you would pull up to places that she was uninvited, or she just wants to do stuff without you knowing. So
don't say do stuff. Call it how it is. She wants to cheat. She wants to get her she wants to get her back broken in half by another dude because you're not doing your job. Let's call a spade with a spade. Let's call a spade what a spade is.
But it could. I'm thinking the good side, but that's absolutely the option. But I'm thinking like she could just want the freedom because that's like a really, in my eyes, controlling sense. Like, especially if you pull up to the places that she is uninvited, that's like, what are you doing? But yeah, you give your opinion on it. I'm gonna listen to this.
Nah, like you said, it's just like it's a controlling mechanism. Like you're trying to like on either side. Like, why do you need to know their location 24/7? I can understand if it was like a friend or a homie, or if it was your sibling and they're going into like a place where it might be dangerous. They might need you, like emergency type of thing. But for your significant other, like, you can just text me and ask me where I am. Like, if you ain't got nothing to hide, then there's no reason to have the location services on for that person so that they can just track you wherever you are and do all that unnecessary nonsense. So her wanting it off is a freedom thing, but it's also like, you know what I mean? She wants to, if the case presented itself where she wanted to, creep on the low, she could do so without, interference.
But you should have. The reason why I say I don't really care about location, like sharing it with, like, if you're going out for the day, like going out at night, and maybe like you get too drunk, you might share it in the beginning of the night. You already established that, and you just like, you have my location for the day. If something happens, you know where I'm at, right?
But that wasn't that. I guarantee that's not the basis for why the locations was on. It was to keep tabs. It's to track the person because they have a notion that they're doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, or
you should have your locations off, because you should, if you're in a relationship, you should trust each other enough, like.
But a lot of relationships, there is a lack of trust. You know what I'm saying? Based off of behavior and based off of patterns or not answering questions, different things like that.
That's something more serious that you need to get into, rather than just not sharing your location. Like, you should have trust within your partner to be confident that she or he's not doing anything crazy to make you look stupid out here in the streets. But we're gonna wrap it up. But thank you for watching us today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'm forgetting one, share with us. We're gonna be moving onto different platforms, so look out for that notification.
Spotify. We will be on Spotify moving forward.
So look out for that. Keep informed from my Instagram, the HBCU podcast, and anything else?
Good rising, good people. We see you, we hear you. Thank you for listening to us again. Appreciate it.